Wanted to do a quick Blue Eyes profile. I managed to go 5-0 locals. 5-0. My opponents didn't see their hand traps. I won on a dice roll, and then I sided in accordingly from my side deck to solidify game three if I didn't see my board breakers, which I did. And three out of my games I completely won with deep eyes. So I would say this is a pure Blue Eyes deep eyes build. And I'm gonna get into it real fast and then show the one card Magia combo. If you have another card, uh, you could basically summon two Magia to OTK. And there's conflicting uh, judges. Most of them saying the way Magia is worded is just like Dragoon, and each of the Dragoons per copy get to pop two cards if you bring it out with the two normal monsters, and each of them get their negates. Magia is worded just like Dragoon. So when I bring out two, I have six negates, two spells, two monsters, two traps. But there are some judges saying that it's not the way it works, and there's judges that said it is. So you just have to play according to your locals and whatever your judge says. Because one judge could say one thing at one tournament, and in a different tournament it'll be completely different. But I'll get into the deck profile real fast, and this is pure deep eyes. So I'm running two Chaos Max, one alternative, two Blue Eyes, two Jets, Abyss, Spirit, and two Deep Eyes. And I was trolling and it worked wonders because I saw it when I went into the other card, a Goliath. And a Goliath locks you both out of your extra deck, but you can just summon a bunch of Blue Eyes for free and just go for game. So you don't even need to out this. Play the right way, and then once this hits the field, they can't do nothing. So it's like even if it's at 0 attack, 0 defense, and they can no longer normal summon a monster or special summon a monster because they have stuff that's special summon from the extra deck, this locks them in, and then this just does wonders. Also, it's a dragon, so adding to Deep Eyes' effect. The little monsters, Kaiser, 3 Sage, 2 Maiden, and I only like 2 because it's like having 3 Blue Eyes in your deck, where it's fine if you want to play 3, but realistically it's good at 2, and you have a backup just in case the first one gets banished or whatever. What are you gonna do with 3? I like it at 2, and there's so many ways to just search it and go in from there. Priestess, so you can go into your Magia combo. And then, like I said, I'm playing pure, so to add to the damage, 1 stone and 2 ancients, and that's it for the monsters. And then I got 1 Perish Reap to add to the consistency of seeing Sage. Bingo Machine Go. Also, it's good if you have this going first. If you have both, you can play this first. If they ask you, then you have a second option. So if they're gonna ask you, might as well have a lot of things that they have to pick or choose their poison. 1 Mausoleum, 3 Wishes, 2 Roar, 1 Ultimate Fusion, 1 Poly, 1 Chaos, Call by the Grave, and just use these as board breakers. And the Gorgon Cycles, this works wonders because if they have 2 monsters and I can OTK even without my extra deck, I will banish 6 cards from my extra deck, 6 per, or get rid of cards in hand for it. Majesty, and the trap card, True Light. extra deck, 2 Magias. I like bringing out 2. 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate. 1 alternative, it could float into this. 2 Tyrants. 2 Spirits. Azura, and Ultimate Spirit. And 1 Ancient, so you could draw and it can attack and defense. But mainly just for the draw. And then 1 Indigo. 2 Spirits with Eyes of Blue. And Spheres. And this is the card that I use to go into Goliath. Side deck, which I would side in accordingly and go from there. 3 Drolls, which stop most of their decks. It just shuts them down. 3 Imperm. 3 Dominus Purge. And to note, even though you have Chaos Max, it's the only Dark Monster. This doesn't do anything because it doesn't have an activated effect. Its piercing is a lingering effect, and that's all it really does. Is protection and everything. It's own protection. None of it has an activated effect, so it will still pierce for double damage, and it has its protection. So this doesn't. You don't have to worry about nothing. 3 Solemn. If they're playing spell cards or back rolls, I'll side in Harpies. And if they're playing spell cards and I go first game 3, I would side in Terraforming to go into Secret Village. And then they can't play their spells. So, you play accordingly to what they have. But Droll did a lot of work too. I'll get into the combo real fast, which basically is any discard and Sage for Magia. But I will show you, let's say you have Ultimate Fusion and it doesn't matter what it is. So let's say True Light for discarding. So if you have this or Roar, it will give you your second Dragoon. It will give you your second Magia if you have the combo. But all you really need for 1 Magia is Sage and a discard. So I would show you within it to do the 2 and the 1. So you summon Sage, activate effect. You look for Maiden, because you're going to need the spell card for this card. Then you would go into Spirit, search your spell card, the field card, then you play the field card, but you use her to discard her, so you can set True Light, no matter what it is, and then True Light to set your wishes. Now at this point, this will be the discard, but if you have this and another card in your hand to discard, because this was this card I just chose to just discard. But if you don't have it, you need 1 card to discard. So for this, I'm using wishes to discard this. But if you have this extra, you discard something else, and you will end up with your 2 Magias. So for this combo, I'm showing you, I'm discarding it. For Roar and Priestess. Now you get your additional normal summon of a level 1 light tuner. You'll summon your priestess. Leave this in hand. You need blue eyes on the field for this. Then you're going to use it to target her effect, tribute herself. And search out Chaos. And I like going for Jet. And then the field card resolves and you don't need a monster there, so you draw blue eyes. Then you're gonna use Eyes of Blue's effect to bring out blue eyes. If you want, you can bring out her to do something if you want, but you really don't need to. Then you're gonna banish wishes, because I'm gonna still show you the 2 within the 1, if you know what I mean. For ultimate, to equip it to this. So at this point, you're gonna play Roar to bring out Abyss. Upon summoning, since you have blue eyes, Abyss can search Poly or the ritual card, but we're going for Poly. So at this point, now you have your Chaos Monster and your 3 blue eyes cards. So you just play Poly. To bring out your first Magia. Now what I was saying is within this is the 1 card, but if you have a discard and you have this already, you would search out Ultimate Fusion. And if you have Ultimate Fusion already, you guaranteed will search out Roar. So let's say you discarded something else and you had this in hand, this within the combo that I just showed, this would bring out the second one, because then you would play this, and this is in graveyard to return it, and you return Chaos to the deck. To bring out your second Magia. So it's like it's a 1 card combo with Sage, but if you have this in your hand or Roar, it turns into a 2 card, basically a 2 Magia combo. And since I'm playing pure, it's more highly to see these cards. But now that I've already did what I wanted to, and I know I'm giving myself a handicap by playing this way. I like giving myself handicaps because it's more of a challenge. So it's like, why not? Just play what I want to do. But moving forward, I'm going to mix it with the horror stuff. I'm going to mix it with the horror stuff. And I wanted to play my new playmat, which is Cloth. So I just love it. And moving forward, I'm going to actually make it more competitive and suitable, because then I have an actual pure build still. And I got a Magia for it. So I'm going to leave this pure to teach anybody who wants to play, and it's more simpler. And I'm going to make this more advanced. So I'm going to mix it with the Horus because I love the Horus. And move forward, and it's like, I want to do these little challenges for myself. Playing pure, just like I played pure with Raid Raptors. And I got first place with Raid Raptors. Now I play pure with Blue Eyes. And everything aligned. I won the dice roll. And everything just flowed perfectly. And they couldn't stop me from doing what I was going to do, and then they couldn't play through my boards. So now that I've accomplished that, I want to move forward and just evolve it to where I want it to do to the next stage. So it's not bad for what it is. Doing the combo, I love bringing out Magia, my boss monster, and that within itself is just a good feeling. And even though it was locals, I still did what I wanted to do, so now I'm going to change it up moving forward. So hope you're all doing good and enjoy your day. Latest. Isn't this so beautiful? I love Blue Eyes. Play what you love and love what you play. Hope everybody's doing well.